Are you ready to get real without a Mockler?
And not getting nearly enough attention from the mainstream media. Thousands of Albanians are taking to the streets to protest.
I'm glad somebody's finally talking about this shit. I've been talking about this shit for 2 weeks now, and now finally everybody's talking about Albania. You know what? You guys who watch this show, your minds must be blown. Must be blown. Thank you for being here.
Over the past week, not against their own government, but against Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, and her husband, Jared Kushner. Ivanka and Jared Kushner are making a move to buy an Albanian island for a few $1 billion and then turn it into their own private resort or project. But this is protected coastal land in Albania. This is not some private playground. This is not some private island. This is public heritage that the Albanians have long treated as their own heritage. They love this island. So thousands and thousands of people are taking to the streets, refusing to surrender their land to Jared Kushner's elite private island wish. Ivanka Trump has been trying to frame.
He's building another Epstein Island, right? That's what's happening, right? He's building another Epstein Island is what Jared Kushner is, because he's a pedophile too. And Ivanka, she's in on it too. I mean, I don't know. These guys and their islands. You'd think that islands would be out of fashion by now. Like, don't ixnay the islands, okay? Ixnay the islands, you creepy ass pedophile weirdos. Like Kushner and Ivanka are there with the Rothschilds. They're all just having a swim, and then we got out of the water and we were like, how beautiful. Let's own this island. Let's own this island. It'll be just like all those great times we had with Jeffrey. Remember Jeffrey? We had so much fun. We had so much fun on Jeffrey's Island. It was great. Let's do that. Let's get the band back together. Let's get all the pedophiles back together. We can invite them to our island.
As if she discovered this private island while she was on her friend's yacht. But when we dig deeper into this, we realize that there is now an open corruption investigation in Albania into Jared Kushner. This island was not long ago protected as coastal land, but just a year and a half ago, about 2 years ago, very conveniently, the Albanian government amended laws like the Strategic Investor Act and the Protected Areas Act, which then changed which lands were able to be bought. This very conveniently happened as Jared Kushner was getting closer and closer with the government. This is incredible amounts of corruption right in front of our eyes, and not enough people are talking about it. The Albanians are incredibly pissed, and they're walking around with signs of Jared Kushner and Ivanka. They're walking around with flamingo cutouts because flamingos are one of the protected species on this coastal island that Ivanka is trying to buy and destroy. I mean, just look at this. When you see protests in other countries, it's pretty normal to assume that people are protesting against their own government, right? Or people have a problem with their own country. But it's very rare that people are doing mass outrage protests against the daughter of a foreign president. This is such insane corruption that even Hunter Biden was the one calling this out before most other people. He said this 4 days ago. Just take the Albanian island deal. Jared and Ivanka secured a $1.4 billion resort on Sazan.
I was there too, fuckers. Hunter Biden, man. I've been talking about this. I should have a bigger audience. You know, I've been talking about this shit. Now all these Johnny-come-latelys are going to talk about the Albanian thing, and I'm glad everyone's talking about it now. But, I mean, come on.
A protected island on state land. By his own accounts, he was introduced to Albania's prime minister on the Rothschilds' yacht. Ivanka called the place a private island they discovered, but Albanian prosecutors have now opened a corruption inquiry into how that land lost its protected status.
Well, it's like a Greek island. It's over there in the Mediterranean, right? So it's like they got Albanians. They got flamingos. They got
the corruption
flamingos,
here is staggering, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. Jared and Ivanka are lying their asses off about what happened here, and this is a repeated pattern. This is a regional pattern across the globe. Just a few years back, the same Jared Kushner.
Dems are on life support. They have to rig primaries. Oh, is that what's happening? You know, you've got to be so dumb at this point to be like, oh, the Democrats are rigging primary. Really? Were the Democrats the one with their billionaire friend on TV promising people millions of dollars if they voted for Donald Trump? Was that the Democrats? Like, I hate the Democrats, but you got to be so dumb right now. Like, oh, they're counting all the votes. That means they're rigging it. They're counting all the votes in California. It's like I keep seeing all you idiots talking about California primaries and shit. Bro. Why would California even bother? They're rigging it.
Tried to pursue a luxury land development in Serbia, which was a very politically sensitive project, and it ended up collapsing because of, guess what? Corruption charges against the officials in Serbia tied to the land transfers. So just think about this. The very people who were tied to the land transfers were then charged with corruption for trying to placate a foreign entity or a foreign government's son-in-law. You get what I'm saying? So again, heritage protections were altered. Special laws were passed to just favor Jared Kushner, and prosecutors later said there was a bunch of misconduct and document forgery. That was in the case of Serbia. Now today, we're talking about Albania. The Serbia one didn't end up in thousands of people taking to the streets like we see today. This video on screen now is effing wild. They are protesting against the daughter of our president. How humiliating is this for us on the global stage? And we're supposed to be worried about...
Well, they're protesting the corruption in their own government, too. It's not just Ivanka. I mean, Ivanka is now the symbol of the corruption because she happens to be on the business end of it, right? She's getting the corruption. She's getting the good stuff from the corruption. So she becomes the symbol of their corrupt economy. And, well, they're pissed. I would be pissed, too. You fucking... Like, Albanians... They've been pushed off their land before. Slobodan Milosevic, if you guys remember him, the Serbian dictator who decided that he was going to call it was a new term. A new term is a great term. Everybody's saying it now. It's a wonderful term. Wonderful word. It's ethnic cleansing. It's a Democrat hoax. There's Milosevic was the first person, I think he's the first person to ever say ethnic cleansing. Did Slobodan Milosevic coin the term ethnic cleansing? Let's see. Yeah, he did. He was the first. He and his propagandists are credited with inventing the term ethnic cleansing in the late 1980s. It was derived from a direct translation of the Serbo-Croatian military phrase etniko čišćenje and was used as a euphemism to sanitize the forced deportation, mass murder, and terrorization of non-Serb population during the Yugoslav wars. Basically, Donald Trump's a lot like Slobodan Milosevic, right? He wants to sanitize the forced deportation, mass murder, and terrorization of the Albanians mostly, because he wanted them out of Serbia. I think that's sort of like what we're doing. Yeah. Milosevic. I hope Donald Trump ends up just like Slobodan Milosevic. You want to know what happened to Slobodan Milosevic? Well, he died of a heart attack in his cell in the United Nations War Crimes Tribunal Detention Center in The Hague, Netherlands. The former Yugoslav president was undergoing a prolonged trial for 66 counts of genocide, war crimes against humanity, but he died before the verdict could be reached. Dang it! He died in prison of a heart attack. He was just too old. They always catch these guys when they're too old after they've done all their war crimes. It takes forever to catch these guys. It takes forever, but we get them eventually.